Hi everyone, I have a little gift for you today. Isn't it cute? Johanna's drawn us this beautiful present. I'm going to start colouring it right away with my Staedtler Design Journey pencils. I'm actually talking slowly because I'm trying to decide on my colour. I'm going to grab the number 23. This is the Bordeaux. It's really pretty, and we're going to use it for the hearts on the gift wrap. I like colouring presents. It's nice, isn't it? I like wrapping presents too, but I always like to try and make them look really pretty with ribbons and things, but I'm not that good at crafting, in that I think because I'm a bit fast and slapdash, I always hurry and rush everything that I do, and it means that that I can't get straight lines or things looking really neat. So my bows can be a bit squiff and, you know, not perfect, and my wrapping, the paper isn't lined up exactly in the middle and things like that. So they don't look quite as good as they could. Now I was quite tempted to go with pink paper, but our piggy bank above here, he's very pink. So let's go with a different colour. What's going to go with this though? I haven't really thought this through. I think we're going to go with a blue. The number 63 is a rather nice blue, which I think will work with it. It's the Delft blue. It's because it's quite a grey blue. I think it goes well with pink. Now, like some of our other items, we've got several sides to this, so we need to think about where the light is going to be and which side's going to be darker or lighter, just like we did with our cassette tape a couple of days ago. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting a light layer of blue all over it. I mean, obviously that one wasn't blue, but this is what I'm doing to start with. And then we'll think about which side needs more layers of colour. And it can be quite simple. So the top, I always think, is probably going to be the lightest, because it's very likely that our light source will be from the top. I tend to think of it either coming straight from the top or straight from the front. It just makes it a lot easier than trying to think of it from one side or another. It doesn't matter where, as long as you just keep it the same throughout your picture. So on here, you know, it would make sense to have every item having the light from the same place, but I quite often just take it item by item on colouring pages, rather than trying to you know, do the light for a whole picture. Just do it item by item. Now, so the top, I've decided the light's coming from the top, so I'm just going to tidy up the top a little bit, and that'll set our lightest colour. So everything's going to need to be darker than that. I think this side, I'm not really sure between these two sides which is going to be darker or lighter, to be honest, because that is right in the middle. It's actually more likely that that is going to be darker and that's going to be lighter. So what I'm going to do is approach it slightly differently and make it darker here on this edge, and then, oops, out of the lines you go. No, you don't have to, just me. Make it lighter as we go towards the middle. It might not be too obvious, so I'm just going to go over this edge bit a little more. This isn't the darkest of blues. You could darken it up with a darker blue or even a black, but I think just putting another layer or two on there is probably going to be enough. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Excuse me. So making it a bit darker here and then lighter as we go across. The sun is shining today. It feels like spring has arrived. I was on the train yesterday and looking at all the delicious spring greens on all the trees, all the blossoms just coming out. Oh, so fresh. Now I don't look forward to spring because I really dislike hot weather, and for me it's showing me that summer's coming and I'm going to be boiling hot soon and miserable. I try not to be, but hey, I'm going to try and have a better attitude towards the hot weather this year if I can. I got telling off actually by my sister, who said, you keep telling me that I should be more, shouldn't complain about things so much and try and be positive, and you're not when it comes to hot weather. And I went, yeah, you've got a good point there. You've got a good point, sister. So I need to be a bit better behaved. I'm going to grab a darker red. 23 is what I want. I don't have it. Oh, that's what we used for the hearts already. I was going to use that for the bow. No, let's use, would it work? Would it match? Yes. No. I want to use 61. I'm going to try it. I'm not entirely convinced if it's going to work. What do you think? No. No, I decided not. I think purple's going to match better. Let's go for the 6. This is the, oh, just hit my finger, sorry. Violet. We'll go for the violet and see if that works better. I think it's going to work better because obviously violet is a mixture of blue and red. This is pinky red. Again with this, a light layer over the whole bow ribbon, and then we'll think about shading. Yeah, but even though I'm not a big fan of spring, I'm certainly a fan of spring colours and blossom, just so beautiful. And there were some really pretty colours on the train. I mean, we're lucky to live in such a pretty county anyway, with lots of countryside. I mean, obviously along the train line there's lots of businesses and houses as well, but there were quite a lot of expansive fields, and we weren't on the train that long. Our train route is a bit odd. To get to where we had to go, we have to go to another town first, which is in the wrong direction, and then the train changes direction and goes on to the place we wanted to go to. This bit is going to be the darkest, so I'm going to do that first. So yeah, we had quite a convoluted route, but it's still quicker than the bus and it's much more comfortable. And yeah, it was quite fun. I was taking my boy to the hospital, and he goes to the hospital for his orthodontics. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we sort of thought it would be his last appointment. He would have a retainer to wear at night just to keep his teeth straight. Now he's finished his treatment. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. He's got to go back still for a year, and but that's, you know, once every 4 months, and his next appointment will be in August, so it'll be in the holiday, so I'll be able to take him easily enough again on the train. But because my parents live in the town that he goes to the hospital, so I'm going to make that a bit darker, so we can sort of make a day trip of it, which will be a lot better. We couldn't do that yesterday because we had a 10 o'clock appointment and he had a 12 o'clock bus to catch back here in the town where we live. So we left home at 7:45. We walked to our train station. We were going to catch the 8:20, but we had to buy tickets. I didn't know how long the queue would be in the ticket office, but there was no one there. So we bought tickets, and the train before ours was delayed, so it hadn't arrived, so we hopped on that one, so we were early leaving. So we actually got to the hospital by 7:15. We got to the other town, got off the train. We had a 1.5 miles walk to the hospital, which was quite jolly. We walked along. The road we have to walk along is full of really old Regency houses, and they are beautiful and so expensive. And we were just like, oh, you know, having such fun admiring these houses. So that was good. But we walked 1.5 miles. We were 3/4 of an hour early. The hospital is opposite a private school, so they were doing PE. We were watching them actually have some my husband's cousin's children go to the school, so we were seeing if we could spot them. They were far too far away, we couldn't tell. My boy thought they were probably a bit too young, the ones that we could see, to be these sort of second cousins or whatever they are to him. Anyway, so we went into our appointment into the hospital about more than half an hour early, and they saw us, which was nice. We couldn't even check in because the computer wouldn't let us on the auto check-in because we were too early. But the receptionist checked us in. She was very nice. And we were let in really early. I'm going to do this with a light colour. So we were out of our appointment half an hour before we should have even gone in. So we were able to, we were going to have to really rush to get the train, but we didn't have to rush so much. But we did go the wrong way. I got us lost. I don't know how, but anyway. Luckily my son had his phone, and we used the old Google Maps to find where we were. I'm going to use the black to do a bit of shadowing. And so we used the Google Maps and found where we were. We weren't too far away, luckily, from where we should have been. And we are only about 5 minutes of detour to get back on track. And then we got the train back, and we managed to arrive at our house 5 minutes before my son would have needed to leave to get his bus, so he could rush in, and he had to get a little container to put his retainer in for when he's eating his lunch, because he was going to eat his lunch at college when he got there. So yeah, it was all a bit mad. And fast walking, my golly. My son is 6'2" and I'm 5'7". His body, from his head to his waist, is the same height as me. All his height is in his legs, so he has such a big stride and so fast. My legs are still aching this morning. Right, I am finished. There we go. There's your gift. So I hope you enjoy your gift. If you want to repay me with a gift, then subscribe or like or comment. No, seriously, thank you to everybody that does do that, and those of you that just watch, because all of it means so much and makes a big difference. And I'm just very grateful, and I wouldn't make videos if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that people were enjoying them. So by liking, subscribing and commenting, that helps me know that that's the case. But thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your gift, have a fantastic day, and happy colouring.